the Comic Talk. Welcome back. It's Wednesday, my dudes. King Midas Collects, aka your boy Vaughn. We're here with some comic books to talk about. I realized that we still have yet to crack into any. Well, okay, I showed you about maybe 20, but that's nothing of the to be continued comics that we bought in their big sale, their storage, unload, whatever, unprocessed storage sale 3 weeks ago now, 3 weekends ago. Was it really that long ago? I can't remember. I've been all over the place, but I still have yet to show you the entire there's 2 long boxes of actual good books to show you guys. So little by little, we'll get there, but we got to clear what's on the table first too. So LCS pools, as always, this was a heavy week. There were a lot of books. And remember, this month and next month, we're getting those Alex Ross Virgin Timeless Villains variants now. 2 years ago, not last year, 2 years ago, he did it with the heroes, and now we got the villains. So let's show you guys what we got. Starting with our reprints. Second print, The Blade, Star Wars High Republic, issue number 2. I love when the reprints actually have a different cover instead of just using the same cover. We're going to see that happen here shortly. I'm going to show you guys. But now we have that Dark Web finale, second printing. King Chasm on the cover there with Hollow's Eve. Dark Web was trash. Dark Web was trash, friends. Let's be honest. And there's a second printing for issue number 18. Again, King Chasm on the cover. Bloodline, and here's what I'm talking about. Daughter of Blade, second printing there of Bloodline. It's a black background instead of a red background, I believe. So again, this is what I was talking about with that egregious, just using the same, cover, but changing the font or the background. Like, put something new on there. It's cool when you do that. Silver Surfer Ghostlight, number 1, the second printing. I believe that's Ghostlight there on the cover. Here we go again with what I was talking about. Sins of Sinister, issue number 1. They just muted the colors on this. That's it. Toastman's in the house. Lycan's in the house. If you guys are wondering, we are live over at twitch.tv/ThereCanBeOnlyVaughn, as we do every single Wednesday for the Comic Talk. The chat is not scrolling on the screen, so I have to look over here to see what everyone is saying. So shout out to Young Mbois, Lycan Venom, and Toastman X in the chat right now. Appreciate you guys being here. As we continue with our reprints, we have Scarlet Witch, issue number 2, that second printing with Viv Vision. And now let's get into this week's books. We have Captain Marvel 47. Had to order the Peach Momoko Infinity Saga Phase 3 variant online, mycomicshop.com, because the store didn't have it, but that's okay. Death Dealer, issue number 10 there, some classic Frazetta. Then we have No One, which is part of the Supermassive universe, I believe. So Image number 1 there. Didn't mean to buy a second copy, but in my pull box to say, hey, just give me any number 1s that come out. So I was like, you know what, you guys put it in there, I'll pick it up. The Excellent, issue number 1. This is just a pretty nice, it was a nice variant. I'm not reading this book at all, so I have no idea what's going on with those X-Men characters, but I know some people will enjoy them. Next up, Miles Morales, issue number 4. The A cover there. Hellcat, issue number 1. I heard this is a really good read, so looking forward to reading that one. Then, as we were discussing, those beautiful Alex Ross Timeless Virgin Villains variants, Captain America Symbol of Truth, issue number 11, the Red Skull. Then we have the baddie right there. This king is fire. Avengers Forever, issue number 15. The final issue of that series. Wrapping it up with the Avengers there. Wolverine, issue 31. Emma Frost, the White Queen. The only problem with Ross is that sometimes he doesn't get the face right with his women that he draws, but really, when you can only think of one blemish from this guy and that's it, it's not that bad. The Leader for Hulk, issue number 13. 2 more to go. Miles Morales again, issue number 4 with the Scorpion, Mac Gargan, and last but not least, the creme de la creme, Captain Marvel 47. Why this is on Captain Marvel, I don't know, but look at our boy Joker. Look at that helmet. Almost cussed there. Look at the divots on that helmet. The shadow work is just masterful. Absolutely masterful. This was from last week. We didn't get this cover. They had it in the store. And a lot of people got shorted apparently, but this is the Archer Batman 133 from last week. Man. We're moving over to some Golden Age stuff. This stuff was in the TBC sale, so I just want to show you some books. Again, we picked these books up for $1, so why not? Cool to add some Golden Age stuff. So this is from Australia here. This is Super Mouse, the Big Cheese. Look at that spine roll. But that's a 10 center there, so cool to see stuff like that. Then we have this crazy, I think this is like Atlas, John. I might hit the space bar. John Buscema artwork, Love Diary. Girls, are you afraid to say no? Darling, there's no tomorrow. I love couldn't wait. She just looks distraught. But kind of cool to have that. And then this one is the coolest book that I found from, I believe, 1943. And I just love this cover. It's kind of ripped to shreds. The cover is detached. But Abby and Slats, 10 center, number 1. I can't remember what this was labeled under, but the cover looks amazing. Even though it's kind of ripped up and whatnot, but it's just cool seeing this stuff. We're going to preserve it as much as possible. I think like even a VG copy of that was going for like $500. It's just super, super cool. I love it. And I just wanted to share those with you guys. Next up, we got an order from the Great Wall of Comics that came in. So let me show you guys these real quick. Some Street Fighter covers. Who is this? Limited to 400. Oh my god, it says 336. We almost got a 334 on this one. But Cammy, art by Ivan Talavera. So digital, of course, right? But there she is. There's daytime and nighttime covers of this, but here is the daytime Cammy. And then we also have this white silhouette one, limited to 300. I don't think there's anything we need to say about that. Yeah. So enjoy that. And not only do we get Cammy, we got 45 out of 350 here. This is for the Street Fighter swimsuit special 2022. This is that nighttime version I was talking about, but Chun-Li enjoying her time on the beach. Hey girl, hey. Next up, Deja Thor's #1 came out, new Dynamite series from 2023. I think the last Deja Thor series was in 2019. Lucio Parillo did all the 8 covers. I'm on the hunt for those. I gotta grab them. So I'm missing a few, but this is a Virgin variant from Elias Chedzotis. Probably pronouncing the last name wrong. Elias does a lot of Zetascope covers, so definitely does the female figure a lot. But this is limited to 400 copies there for the Virgin. Next up, limited to 200, and there's a metal version of this that's limited to only 25. But Betty and Veronica Rock and Roll. This is the Rock and Roll special. So there's Betty. It's supposed to be homaging a particular like rock and roll cover. I don't know which one it is. That is limited to 200, and then we have the Veronica, which is also limited to 200. The Joan Jett vibes there. Next up, we won this from Whatnot from TBC. They do their live sales every Sunday. I think this was a pop-up sale that they had, but all 5 issues of these for $11. Actually, we're missing issue 4, but 6-issue miniseries, Spider-Man and Black Cat from 2005, 2006. It's written by Kevin Smith with Terry Dodson and Rachel Dodson art. So don't have those. Thought it was cool to own. And then another one for $17. I thought this one was a steal here. So we have Batman 619. They did 2 different covers for this. There was a Heroes gatefold, and this is the Villains gatefold by Jim Lee for $619. We have 618. So this 619 book is like $10 on its own. It's about a $5 book for the 618. And then $25 book here for Batman 638. This is when the Red Hood actually reveals himself to be Jason Todd. Of course, you want that 635 is the big book, big money book, but this one is not bad at all to have as well. 638, 20 to 25 bucks. Mr. Lee indeed. Next up, just showing you guys a couple more things that's just sitting over here. We have a Ren and Stimpy #1. This isn't in the poly bag. The poly bag shows like the nose because it says it's like a scratch and sniff cover, but it's a newsstand, so cool to have that. Actually bought a collection over the weekend, 3 long boxes, 1 short box, and then like a stack of 70 books. The guy knew what he was doing. I think he took out all the heavy keys, but it's a lot of good bulk. It's perfect fodder for the flea market, so I know people are looking for these series: Venom, Spider-Man, X-Men, the stuff that people really like to buy, the Spider-Man stuff. So we have some fillers there. I know I can sell them each for like $3 a piece, $3 to $5. I've been calculating conservatively the amount of money that I've spent. We've already almost tripled, so we're looking good. Oh, and then so he had the Ren and Stimpy series in there. He told me that he had all 41 issues, ended up only having 28, but most of them are newsstand, which is cool. And then he also had this as well, Powdered Toast Man Special #1. Apparently there's like a Spider-Man versus Powdered Toast Man like comic, and now I want to get that one, because if Spider-Man's fighting Powdered Toast Man, I gotta see what this is about. All right, next up, where did we get these? I think this was just a Facebook buy. Somebody had some cool books on Facebook to get. So we have Spider-Gwen #4, 2015 series. This is the Mark Brooks variant. I don't think it costs, like, it's not like a $10, $15 variant, but it's a nice cover. Then we have the Punisher 13. This is a Mary Jane homage, like, to ASM 129. Mephisto there in her crosshairs. About a $10 book there. Cool little Mary Jane variant. Next up, this one's pretty cool. Golden Apple exclusive for Champions #1, featuring Miss Marvel, David Mack. Goodness. Had this one on my wish list, so they were selling it for $3. Easy scoop. Easy scoop. Getting some Scotties. We actually got some a huge batch of Scotty Youngs coming in the mail either tomorrow, Friday, or at least by Saturday we'll have them. I can't wait to get them. So Captain America White #1, Scotty Young variant. As Guardians of the Galaxy, the Scotty Young variant. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I think that does it for that. These are some more books that I grabbed that were in the guy's collection over the weekend. This is Spawn #1. It's really beat up, but it's a #1 for the toys. So they put out a bunch of like different monster trucks or something, and each one of them came with a insert comic. So kind of cool to have that, because it's just random Spawn stuff. You know how Spawn collectors are, they love everything. Next up, we have a Punisher book. I don't know who signed this, but it's signed. He used to go to Third Eye Comics a lot every time they had artists and writers there for just to get books signed. So he definitely, there was about 10 books in his collection that actually had signatures. None of them have COAs though, unfortunately. Spawn Toy Comics, let's go. That's right. And then not only that, but he had a second copy of that Punisher. Again, that's a reader. Not that it's in bad shape, it's near mint, but it's reader copy because it's not worth more than cover price. Hellions #1, didn't have that, so we added it to the collection. We're not moving that at the flea market. Basically, everything that's moving at the flea market are more so books that are I have doubles of, or I know that, hey, let's like kind of turn this around and flip it really quick, because we can probably find another copy of it at some point. Love these. I didn't have these. Giant Size X-Men Storm. This is the Russell Dodman cover A. And then I love this one because I'm trying to get as many Jen Bartel covers I can get. This is the Storm, same book, Giant Size X-Men Storm, one shot, the Jen Bartel cover. This one's pretty cool. It was featured on Long Story Short, which is a Nearing Nerdvana podcast show. These guys are excellent. They talk about ghost books, hard to find variants, just books that you don't really see out there. Essentially the books that a lot of like the pure comic book fans are hoarding, so you're never going to see them up in sales and stuff. But this one is called Cyber Spectre. Thought this cover looked really good. They talked about issue number 1, but issue 2 was available on my comic shop, so ended up picking it up. And now that I talk about Nearing Nerdvana, I have like a pile of comics somewhere over there that I never showcased. Maybe it's over here, but there's a book that the host was trying to give away. He's talking about it like nobody owned it, and I thought it was just crazy that I ended up buying it on a Whatnot auction because I'd never seen it before. It was like a convention exclusive book. I will have to show you at some point. All right, I think these were, again, another just Facebook buy, adding some filler. Avengers the Initiative, Variant Edition 27, Tigra. We love us some Tigra. Then we have this Minimum Carnage Alpha second print. You know we love our second prints too. I'm back, baby. Hey, how long has this video been going for? A little too long. So we're gonna wrap it up here. Spider-Man issue number 3, Terry Dodson variant. Just picking up random variants that are cheap. Really, that's what we gotta do. Jessica Jones, the David Aja number 1 on the wish list. Glad to have it. And a book that I've been hunting for a while. I'm glad I finally found it. Somebody was selling all 3 covers, so we bought the set for $25. The Art Germ, Amazing Spider-Man, Renew Your Vows, Volume 2. Mary Jane in that dress holding Spider-Man's hand. Not only did we get that one, but we got the sketch the sketch cover as well. So let's bring that Art Germ back here. Been looking for this for a very long time. Glad to have it. Tasman in the house. Good to see you. And that's going to wrap it up because we've been talking for a long time in this video. But I hope you guys saw a great plethora of books, uniqueness all across the spectrum. I have one guy that I'm talking to about some Silver Age books. I think he knows what the books are worth, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to buy all of his books, but little by little, if he lets or holds on to the books for me, I believe we can add them to my collection. We're talking about ASM Annual number 1, a Green Lantern 26, a Superman 26. Those are big books, so we'll see about that. And 2 other collections in the works as well, but we got to try to move some things at the flea market first before we can continue to throw money in those directions. But the goal is to keep that train rolling and accrue that profit. So thank you so much for tuning in the video. You guys do all that great social media stuff. Join that Discord. Jump around YouTube. Find other great content creators that don't have very many subscriber counts. They are killing it and grinding it just as much as I am and having a lot of fun doing it. So those small communities would really appreciate those comments, those love and support. So until next time, guys, thank you so much for tuning in the video. We're going to get a couple more rolling before the end of the week. Have a good one. Bag and boredom.